Winters for asthmatics can be a real challenge. This is because you are faced with not only the cold weather, pollution, infections and allergens. Namaste, my name is Dr. Anshum Aneja Arora and I am a pulmonologist in Gurgaon. Today we'll be talking about how winter season affects asthmatics. Well, asthma has a strong link with winters. The weather in itself can be detrimental for many asthmatics. The cold winds outside, which are mostly dry and very cool, and the hot atmosphere in the homes because of the heaters. This is a big contrast. When we transition from the cool winds to the hot air, it can trigger a lot of irritation and inflammation in our airways. Also, the humidity levels can fluctuate. So asthmatics may have an exposure to high humidity and the dry humidity, both of which can worsen the bronchospasm or the swelling across the airway muscles. So because of such a strong link with the weather, asthmatics can have a worsening of their symptoms in the winter season. So how does winter affect your asthma care? Firstly, it affects your asthma by means of the weather. Secondly, by the cool, strong, dry winds. Also through moisture changes and infections, which largely involve sinusitis, throat infections, flu infections, and other viral infections. Most asthmatics may experience some disturbance in their usual asthma control. Now, the symptoms may be mild or they may be more worse in severe asthmatics. It's very important to be well prepared and know about this relationship so that we can prevent strong asthma attacks. Are you using the right kind of clothing to prevent yourself from asthma attack? Let us learn about that today. Let's talk about certain preventive aspects that one can do with their own clothing. Now, as I had mentioned earlier, when we inhale the breath, we would want to inhale warm, humid, moist air. And so covering your nose and mouth will also help in giving you that kind of a humidification. People with asthma should cover their nose and mouth with the light clothing, preferably mufflers or scarves, to keep an inhaled breath to a more warmer temperature, and they should avoid breathing cool air through their mouth. It's also important to layer up. Multiple layers of thin clothing may be better than a single layer, and that will also help keep the chest warm and prevent cold infections. Wearing gloves and scarves is helpful when you're going outdoors. Also, it's important that asthmatics avoid wearing those clothes which have too much of fur on them or too much of wool, because that again could be a trigger. A lot of asthmatics are actually allergic to sheep's wool, and so in that case, wearing a cardigan made of lamb's wool may in itself be a trigger for their next attack. So be mindful of what you're wearing. Look at things that you're not allergic to, and also cover your nose and mouth. So I hope this video was helpful for you. If you like this content and wish to hear more about asthma, lung health and other diseases which concern the lung, then do like, subscribe and share this channel. Also, spread it to your friends and families who may wish to hear about this as well.